Hey y'all, I'm Kyle. I was asked to read a passage in Luke 13:10 through 17, and just share with y'all how I saw Jesus, how the passage spoke to me, and how I intend to apply that passage to my life. The first part of how I saw Jesus in the passage, it starts just in the beginning, which is pretty clear. Jesus goes and he heals this woman who had been bent over due to a disabling spirit for 18 years. And it kind of fits with the theme that a Bible Project video highlighted for me a little while ago, where Jesus goes and kind of takes a different approach than what the rest of the kingdoms of the world do. And instead of going after those that are high and sought after, he goes after the lowly and those that are not very high on the social scale, and ones that are probably told to stay away from. And he goes to them and he heals this woman. It's the Jesus that I was raised, taught about, and it's the one that I follow and I love. But that's not actually where the passage spoke to me the most, I think. It really kind of hit me between the eyes when farther down, the Pharisee comes into play. When the Pharisee comes into play, he actually rebukes the people and says that there's 6 days where they can come and kind of do this healing thing, but the seventh is a Sabbath, and that they shouldn't do it here. And I just see the Pharisee having an understanding for how God's kingdom and God should work in the world. And when it starts to go outside of that, he bucks against it. And that's kind of what I tend to do a lot in my life. I don't maybe do it necessarily verbally or come after folk, but mentally in my head, I may see something that God's doing in the world and kind of question it and say, is that really how God would act? Is that really what the people of God should be doing? But in actuality, it very well could be. And I'm just, like the Pharisee, missing the point entirely, and I'm missing the opportunity to give praise to God instead, and just trying to make him fit into the system and the box that I have. See, it was a good passage to read because it was one that kind of shook me up a little bit, because Jesus goes after the Pharisee afterwards and just calls him a hypocrite and says that, you can take care of your ox and your donkey on the Sabbath, but this daughter of Abraham, shouldn't she be released from bondage too? And it was at that moment, it was just a clear, stark picture of, okay, clearly the answer is yes, you take care of the daughter of Abraham, and the ox and the donkey, yeah, it's like, you can take care of those, but clearly the person should be cared for more. And so for me, it was one of those moments of like, man, I have missed the point sometimes when I'm trying just to make things fit into the box that I have, and it's such a stark picture. So I think the application piece would come not necessarily in a lot of action, but it would come by in just one more prayer of, man, God, I hope you make me like the people at the end of the passage, where I rejoice and I can see what you're doing in the world and understand it and give you praise for it and join you in it too. And help me not be like the Pharisee that is so stuck in his ways and just blindsided to how I think you should work that I miss what you're doing actually. So, thanks so much. Hopefully that's helpful for some of you. Have a great day.